Good morning.
So I thought with Pentecost, we need to talk about something revolving fire. So I thought today would be a good topic to talk about one of the courageous characters in the Bible, Moses, and his interaction with the burning bush. So over the 3 past Sundays, we've talked about different characters in the Bible and the courage they needed to deal with what they needed to deal with. So now what? And that's exactly where we're going to stay today. Pastor's sermon title is What Now? But I kept thinking, now what? And it brought the story of Moses and the burning bush. So Moses offered a bunch of excuses to God as to why he couldn't lead the Israelites out of Egypt. The 5 excuses seemed to me to stumble around the topics of status, confidence, courage, and speech. First, who am I to tell Pharaoh to let these people go? Then he brought up, who am I going to say that sent me? Because obviously he couldn't say it was a fiery bush. Then he said, well, what if they don't listen? Well, what if I don't say the right thing? And by this time, I imagined a situation to where it was like Moses was saying, okay, but, and God saying, now what? So it led me to think this, that it takes courage, though, to just believe in yourself. It takes courage to believe that you can do what God is wanting you to do. It takes courage to jump outside of your comfort zone in order to fulfill the calling God has. And we use the same excuses Moses does. Let me know if any of these sound familiar. I'm not good enough to do. I don't have what it takes to do. Who am I to do? I can't say in front of a crowd. We make up these excuses to get ourselves out of what God calls us to do because we don't feel like we have the courage to do it. And it's easier to put ourselves down and make ourselves small than it is to lift ourselves up to do the big, scary thing. It takes courage to do that. It also takes courage to say, I can't do that. We never want to admit that we can't do something because it shows that we're weak or inadequate or not qualified or whatever excuse. So we make up these excuses in order to validate our own lack of courage. And God sees those weaknesses and turns them into strengths. Look at Paul. Read God's responses to all of Moses's excuses, and you can see where Moses feels like he is weak in. And God can and did strengthen them. And God can and will strengthen you. It just takes courage to even ask. So when you are in situations that require courage, ask God for what it would look like, what it could look like. Ask God, how do you want me to navigate through this and connect with the gifts from the Holy Spirit to let the path be laid out? Spoiler alert, Moses still got all the Israelites out of Egypt. If Moses gained the courage through God to do that, so can you. Thank you.